Am I audible, Piyush? Right. I'll unmute you now. Yeah, audible. Okay, great. So, welcome everyone. My name is Aurora Shweta. I manage Project Maverick at LawSikho, which is we have this initiative to make great legal content available freely online for the CLAT preparations. Through these webinars, we bring to you people who have been through the same preparation ordeal and they have learned from it. Today we have Piyush Raj. He was ranked 71 in CLAT 2019. He's from NALSAR University of Law. He's also been mentoring students from IDIA and at CLAT Gyan. He would like to share his perspective on how to prepare for CLAT when you have enough time. Let's say we've been doing a lot of webinars about when you have 21 days, when you have 2 months and all those. Today we want to talk about when you have ample time to prepare. If you're taking the exam, let's say in 2021 or 2022. Over to you, Piyush. Please take it forward from here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shweta ma'am. So first of all, welcome you all. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm Piyush Raj. I'm a student of NALSA University of Law. I'm pursuing BA LLB honors from there. So just let's start without doing any late. So I'll tell you, I'll put forward the whole meeting in the form of a PPT, like I'm sharing PPT with you guys. And the format of this meeting will go from my journey from a CLAT coaching to NALSAR, and it will end to what is the life of a law school, like what is the life of a national law university when you will crack the CLAT in 2021, or some of you might have preparing for CLAT 2020 as well, or you will be preparing for CLAT 2022. So when you will get into a national law university, what is life after there, and what you have to do before getting into a national law university, today I'm going to tell you. So first of all, I'm sharing you the screen. Yeah, so my journey from a CLAT coaching to NALSA, right? So actually, I have finished my boards in 2018, and at very same point, I had started my preparation for CLAT. I had joined a CLAT coaching. Uh, I had joined a CLAT coaching for crash course, and like I had prepared only 15 to 20 days in 2018, and I had appeared for CLAT 2018. So at that point of time, I had scored 89 marks, and I was getting NLU Guwahati at that point of time. So after that, uh, I was never like my ambition at that point of time was to join judiciary. Now, although it had changed, but yeah, at that point of time, my ambition was to join judiciary. After getting into NALSAR, obviously, this ambition has changed. So I thought I shouldn't take any drop, and without uh, getting late, I should join a private university and pursue law from there. And after that, I'll uh, I, I'll appear for judiciary and I'll be a judge. So everything was sorted. I went to my coaching director and I told him that, sir, uh, I'm going to join a private university. So please tell me the procedure. Which private university should I join? So he asked me that, what is your CLAT score this time? So I told him that, sir, 89 marks, and I was getting NLU Guwahati. So he told me that, why didn't you join that university? Well, sir, I don't want to join that university because, like, sir, joining lower NLU, joining a private university is far better than joining a lower NLUs, right? Then I still remember that he saw at my face like that, oh, you are Piyush Raj, na? Well, yes, yeah. So he told me that you got 89 marks. You joined on April 20. Well, yes, sir. I'm that guy. So he told me that you don't have to go anywhere. Just join our coaching, prepare for 1 year, and like whatever you can say, he just manipulated me, or you say he washed my mind and persuaded me to take a drop. And after that, I prepared for CLAT for a whole year, and I secured All India Rank 71 in CLAT 2019, and currently I'm in NALSAR University of Law Hyderabad. So this was my journey, like how from a CLAT coaching I went to NALSAR, and uh, I'm doing the LLB honors from there. So after that, yeah. So now coming to our today's session. So the topic of our today's session is how to start preparation for CLAT 2021 and 2022. Right. So uh, you all guys are knowing that the CLAT consortium had changed the CLAT pattern very recently in November. So it is very hard to think about that how CLAT consortium is going to conduct exam this year. Like no one is knowing that. So we are only assuming after seeing the sample paper released by them, right? So what we have to do, we have to analyze first of all what is the changes which CLAT consortium brought to us. So first of all, we'll note about that. What is the changes? So just have a look on the PPT. What is change in pattern? So first of all, we'll see that CLAT is totally changed after 11 years. CLAT has CLAT has been introduced in 2008, and CLAT consortium has changed its pattern in 2020. So it's 11 years, and after 11 years, CLAT consortium has changed its pattern. So it's quite, you know, uh, shocking that what is going to be. It's quite shocking for students who are appearing for CLAT in 2020. Like what is going to be, which type of paper is coming. Like although CLAT consortium has released the sample paper, but all students have hey, their own queries that I am appearing for CLAT 2020, and in which type of question pattern. So this video or this PPT is basically also useful for them. So first of all,
Counseling tools.
yeah. So after coming to our first set of presentation, change in pattern, what is the changes which is brought by CLAT consortium. So CLAT is now fully comprehension based exam. Like before that, CLAT was a mere multiple choice question based exams. It was not fully comprehension based, but only we only see comprehension in English section. But now if you will see, the full paper is based on comprehension. You have to read paragraphs and then you have to answer it. So the major change is CLAT is now a comprehension based exam. You don't have to like read only one sentence of any section, and you have to choose the four options, and you have to choose one answer from the four options. No, completely not. CLAT is totally comprehension based. You have to read long passages, patterns, and then you have to answer the question. After coming to our second thing, scrapping the legal aptitude, elementary maths, and analytical reasoning completely, right? So CLAT consortium has completely scrapped legal aptitude. For example, I'm telling you legal aptitude means now CLAT has legal reasoning only, not legal aptitude. till 2019, CLAT has legal aptitude, but from CLAT 2020, it has legal aptitude. So what is difference between legal aptitude and legal reasoning? So in legal aptitude, there was all we have to study. We had to study law, right? Like law of torts, law of contracts, uh, Indian Penal Code, criminal law, and constitution. So CLAT has scrapped totally legal aptitude. Now it's legal reasoning. The question will be from legal aspects in the form of passage, comprehension, and you have to answer from that. What comes under elementary maths? That in math section, there was elementary maths like under it's maths under class 10th. For example, a percentage, profit and loss, compound interest and simple interest, and this type of things. So there is nothing like that now. Everything has changed. In math section, you have to solve data interpretation type things in CLAT 2020 and onwards. What changed in analytical reasoning is analytical reasoning has been completely scrapped. Now it comes as logical reasoning. So what is the difference between analytical reasoning and logical reasoning is in analytical reasoning you study for example blood relation, direction, uh, for example coded inequality, and this type of things. What you have to study in logical reasoning in new pattern is statement and conclusion, like critical reasoning. It's all about critical reasoning. You have to focus more on inferences based questions and all. So I have covered the third one also, major changes. These are the major changes, and I'll come to that how to prepare it accordingly in my new slide. Yeah. So number of questions and time. So CLAT has also changed some of these things. For example, CLAT has reduced the number of questions. At my time, uh, CLAT was CLAT has 200 questions, right? And we have 2 hours. From CLAT 2020, CLAT has reduced number of questions, and it has come to 150 questions. You have to solve 150 questions, and you have same time as 2019, 2 hours, 120 minutes. And in 120 minutes, you have to solve 150 questions, right? The most important question comes to our mind, or comes to the mind of student, that is it easier or tougher than CLAT 2019? Not CLAT 2019, but before CLAT 2019, or is it easier or tougher than uh, old CLAT pattern, right? So answer to this question is like, I have received many queries that bhaiya ye hard hai ya fir easy hai, please tell me. So yeah, the answer to this question is neither it is hard nor it is easy. Like I'll tell you after this slide. Uh, it is it's all about your English, how you comprehend, how you grapple the things, what is your reading speed. Like not, you don't have to remember a single thing apart from a bit in current affairs, but you don't have to remember anything as such as we do like CLAT 2019, 2018, and 2017. Like you have to just grapple the things, you have to just comprehend the thing in front of you. You have a paragraph, you have to read it, you have to analyze it, and then you have to answer it. So the answer to this question is, if you have a good comprehending skill, the CLAT is easy for you. And if you are a bit weak in English, so it might be tougher for you. It's not tougher, it might be tougher for you, but yeah, you have to prepare on it accordingly. You have to prepare for it, and I'll help you in that. So ma'am, can I uh, tell the reason why CLAT had changed, because
Yeah,
I had,
that'll be nice. That'll be
yeah,
great.
because our vice chancellor Faizan Mustafa is the vice chancellor of our college, vice chancellor of our college, and he is the permanent member of CLAT consortium. So he told me about this. So can I share that?
Yes, if you have his permission, yes.
Yeah. So the thing is why CLAT has changed. CLAT pattern has changed. The reason behind the changing in pattern, that when I was talking to Faizan sir, he told me that students are coming from different CLAT coachings to NALSAR or NLS Bangalore, right? But they are not, you know, they are not, you know, uh, they are not just वो वहाँ टिक नहीं पा रहे हैं. Like they they are cracking the exams, they are getting admission into top tier NLUs, but they are not residing there, right? उनके back लग रहे हैं and they are leaving the college, because CLAT was at that point of time exam like याद कर लो, रट्टा मार लो, current affairs रट लो एक साल के, law रट लो and go and sit in the exam and you will be able to crack the exam. What happens in law school, you don't have to just remember the things, you have to comprehend the thing, because you have to read bare acts there, many law books there, for example IPC criminal law. So the thing is, uh, you will you'll have to you'll have to subsist there. No, you are getting admission into a top tier NLUs, and you are leaving that because of you are not grappling with, you are not understanding the things. So that's why the reason behind changing the CLAT pattern is key. You come after cracking the same type of examination, and that's what is happening in law school. You have to live there. You are coming after cracking a national level exam, so you have to live there, right? So that's why the main reason behind to change the pattern is that. So CLAT coaching is giving you CLAT coaching is like teaching you all about law, and that when you will enter into law school and when you will join the first class, the professor will tell you CLAT coaching bhul jao, CLAT coaching bhul jao. So that's what, you don't have to study law here. Everything will be taught by the professors of national law universities from the very beginning, and you have to do it. Okay, so after moving to our next slide, I'll discuss a bit about AILET, because AILET remains unchanged, and so pattern of the AILET is same as usual, whatever AILET was in 2019-18. So AILET is in CLAT 20, AILET is in 2020 like that. There are legal aptitude, analytical logical reasoning, English comprehension including grammar, current affairs including static GK, and maths, right? So the pattern is same. There are 150 questions in CLAT, sorry, in AILET, and then you have 90 minutes for that. This thing is important. You have to understand that the number of questions are same, such as like CLAT, 150 questions, but yeah, the time is a bit less in AILET. You have only 90 minutes and you have to solve 150 questions in 90 minutes. How to prepare for it? So you have to prepare for it in a way that, because when people are when a CLAT pattern was not changed and we were at that point of time, we were we used to say that AILET is hard, we don't appear for AILET. But no, AILET is now easy. AILET is now easier. uh, like, why easier? I'm telling you the reason. Because like, if you are preparing for CLAT, you are used to read long passages and long paragraphs. So now AILET has, you don't have to worry for AILET. It's fine. Just appear for it and prepare it accordingly. Yeah. So let me tell about NLU Delhi. So NLU Delhi is also a good college. It's a top tier 1 college, and it is based in Dwarka, sector 14. and it's a really good university. It was my dream to getting into NLU Delhi, but unfortunately, I missed filling the form of AILET at that point of time. Uh, so yeah, NLU Delhi is very famous and is very beneficiary because it is based in Delhi, in the capital, or say all the law firms, Supreme Court, High Courts are there in Delhi. So you will get the benefit of interning and many things, right? So coming from after coming to our next slide, how to prepare for CLAT 2021 and 2022. So this is the main idea what I am here to discuss with you guys. So, ma'am, can you tell me, like, when I have to answer the questions, if the students have any?
Yeah, sure. Piyush, it is usually at the end of the session. In the last 15 minutes, we take questions, but please don't worry about it. We'll take your flow first because it's more critical for them to know what you have to share.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, yeah. So, how to prepare for CLAT 2021 and 2022? So, first of all, what you have to do, you have to see the question paper of CLAT. I'm sorry for that. It's CLAT 2020. Uh, Wait, let me. Yeah, yeah. So, what you have to do, you have to, yeah. Uh, so you have to see the question paper of CLAT 2020, right? What is going to be in CLAT 2020? You have to see the paper thoroughly, which because I told you earlier that CLAT the CLAT consortium has changed its pattern after 11 years. So you have to see the paper of CLAT 2020, how they are asking the questions on new pattern, uh, which type of questions they are asking in legal reasoning, which is replaced by legal aptitude, uh, which type of question they are asking in analytical reasoning, logical reasoning. So you have to analyze the paper thoroughly, like, uh, and you have to solve the paper as well. You have to solve the paper twice and thrice. Like you can get an idea key how much time you are taking to solving the new pattern. Like many students as many students were solving the paper of past year paper. So you have to see that solving 150 questions take how much time to, like 150 question takes how much time to complete it, right? So you have to thoroughly analyze the paper of CLAT 2020 and then you have to proceed further. I would request you to please see the CLAT 2020 paper uh, the very next day when CLAT 2020 is going to be held. I'll tell you ki you have a bit idea about like after this session you will get an idea about what CLAT is and what CLAT going to be. So start preparing from now. I'll tell you because it will like it would be good कि at the end of the day someone has a lot of syllabus to cover and you are revising third time. So like start your preparation from now itself. Make a proper strategy and routine, right? uh, कि which subject you have to study when you have to study this subject, when you have to study this subject. Make a proper strategy कि I have to finish this subject at this point of time. मैंने आज English चुना, तो I have to finish the questions of English in next 2 days or 3 days. You have to select a proper topic on logical reasoning, or you have to select a proper topic on sorry, not current affairs, but on English grammar. Suppose that you are doing sentence arrangement, so you how you have to arrange the sentence, you have to know the rules. So this is called the strategy, proper strategy and routine or thorough study, right? The most important thing which I would say, who are preparing for CLAT, the most important thing, who are preparing for CLAT 2020, who will be preparing for CLAT 2021 and 2022, to read newspaper. Reading newspaper is very compulsory. Reading newspaper is compulsory for cracking the CLAT. I'm saying it. Reading newspaper play a very important role in your journey towards CLAT. So you have to read newspaper very thoroughly, because what happened ki after reading a newspaper, when you read the editorial section or any section of the newspaper, any news of the newspaper, you will grapple the things in my mind. You assumes that, oh, if you read any incident, the thing is you start thinking about that. You start thinking about that ki, oh, this happens, that happens. Uh, it happens generally when you read any incident. For example, COVID-19 case, you can take example of COVID-19 case. You will take example of any accident, incident, any ceremony. So your mind start assuming that thing as well. What happened, what would be happened there, right? So start reading newspaper, because when you start reading newspaper from now itself, I'm giving you this guarantee that you will be going to be pro in newspaper. I would suggest you to read the Hindu newspaper, like it is a very good newspaper for CLAT aspirants. Read the editorial section. Start reading from now, because when you start it in the mid or in the last, you will not able to take benefit for that from that, right? Always always try to read the paragraph in one take, right? Why I'm saying this? I'm saying this because this is not for newspaper, this is not for reading newspaper, this is for when you are solving the questions. When you are solving the questions, always try to read the paragraph in one take, because you have the limited amount of time. You have only 120 minutes, so you have to finish all your 150 questions in 120 minutes. So read a whole paragraph in one take, because if you will read that paragraph again, you will be just ruining your time, and nothing is coming from that, right? Because if you will read the paragraph in one take, you will understand this, that faster you will be able to give the answer. My idea is that read the questions first. If you will read the questions, you will get an idea what which type of questions they are asking, and then if you will go to the paragraph thing, then you will be able to, because when we were preparing for CLAT, so we had only comprehension in English section, right? So what teachers used to tell me that, yeah, read questions first, because there is a single word there in the same question which relates to the paragraph, right? We have habit कि हम लोग स्कूल से इस तरह का प्रिपरेशन करते आए हैं कि we are used to solve the reading comprehension. So yeah, the same thing is here only. The level is high. You will firstly will find a word which relates to the paragraph, and you will be able to find the answer there only, right? So this is the whole idea of preparation of CLAT. Read the question, make proper notes from the newspaper, which I have told you, uh, and develop your reading and comprehending a skill. Obviously, it will be developed by reading the newspaper and solve your mocks and analyze it thoroughly. I'm not going to give much time on solving the mock and analyzing it because it has been already discussed by one of my colleague on the same platform, on LawSikho platform. You can watch it there. So moving on, the next screen, that what you have to do and what you don't have to do during preparation of uh, during your CLAT preparation. So first of all, you have to understand the new pattern properly. I'm saying properly because uh, unless and until you will not understand the pattern, you will not be able to grapple the things in the right way. You will start reading anything, you will start studying anything. So first of all, look at the question paper, understand the new pattern, and start preparation for it accordingly. Don't read law as such. As I told you, you don't have to read any law like law of torts, criminal law, and contract law. You don't have to read it. Solve mock as much as possible because uh, one of my friend had told this कि इतना मॉक दो कि क्लैट एग्जाम भी एक मॉक ही लगे, right? So solve mock as much as possible you can. Also, don't worry about the level of the paper. It will be it will be same for all the applicants, right? Don't worry कि पेपर कैसा आएगा, क्या कितना टफ होगा, कितना ये होगा, जो भी होगा सबके लिए होगा. It is not for you people only, you guys only कि पेपर टफ आएगा, I will not be able to perform well. No, you have potential, you have caliber to crack the CLAT. So study regularly and thoroughly with a proper routine and strategy, which I have already told you. रेगुलर बेसिस पे पढ़ाई करना है, नॉट कि आज 2 दिन पढ़े और फिर 4 दिन गायब. यू डोंट हैव टू स्टडी लाइक दैट. यू हैव टू स्टडी रेगुलरली एंड thoroughly. Don't leave the things for the last that you have a lot of time. ये don't think that you have a lot of time. Generally most of the CLAT aspirants do कि they think that oh अभी तो 1 साल है, oh अभी तो 6 महीना है. No, no, पता नहीं चलेगा when कि कब 1 साल पार हो गया. Like it's my personal experience I'm sharing with you guys. I have I had taken a drop. I had taken a drop for 1 year, and I was thinking before joining the coaching that 1 साल कैसे निकलेगा, 1 साल में हम फर्स्ट ईयर क्रॉस कर जाएंगे. But no, yeah, 1 साल will pass out and you will
time
not
just flies, and there's so much to prepare, so many sections, so they have to like discipline.
Exactly. So start preparing from now itself. Just finish it, revise it. It will be more helpful for you. After that, revise the same thing as much as possible. See, reading new things or discovering new things is not a good idea. Revising the same thing is far better than reading the new things, right? Because when you start reading the new things, you forget the old things, which is uh, like uh, which is uh, which is needful for CLAT, right? Actually जो हम लोग पहले पढ़ चुके होते हैं, which is important for CLAT, and after that we study the different types of things कि नहीं ये भी पढ़ लेते हैं, ये भी पढ़ लेते हैं. Don't do it. Strictly don't do it. It is very unusual and it is not going to help you. The golden rule and the success key for CLAT is to read newspapers, and read newspapers. Please, there is nothing to remember now. There's nothing to like रटने का कोई चीज नहीं है. You have to only grapple the things. You have to only comprehend the things. You have to only uh, see the things, see the questions which is coming on your screen, which is coming on a paper, and you have to analyze it and you have to answer it accordingly. So start reading newspaper from today itself. After moving to our next slide, uh, I'm going to tell you what is the life at NLU. Uh, so when you will crack the CLAT, and when you will join NLU, any NLU, NLS, NALSAR, NUJS, or this NLUs, what you guys, what generally people face the problem that they are going, they are leaving their home for the first time, right? And what they face the problem that they feel homesickness, and they feel they don't feel comfortable at a new place, and that because you join CLAT coaching in your own city, so it is like rival कि चलो अपने ही शहर में हैं. Many people join hostels for CLAT coachings. Many people uh, join coaching from their own home, whose home is a bit near from the CLAT coaching. So what what is the life at NLU? The life of the NLU, or the life at NLU, is awesome. Like, you have wonderful life at any law school, any national law universities, because one of my senior had told me, who was topper in CLAT 2017, when I was preparing for CLAT 2018. He told me that uh, when he was taking our session and we were on the uh, bench, he told me that अगर तुम अभी 6 घंटे 7 घंटे या फिर 8 घंटे पढ़ लोगे और क्लैट क्रैक कर लोगे, तो भाई इस कोचिंग के सीट से बैठ के उस एनालियूज के बेंच पे बैठने का मजा कुछ और होता है. यू विल फील लाइक, या आई एम, you will don't feel ki I have cracked the CLAT and all. You will feel in yourself, yeah, I am at a place where I will learn something. I will do something here. I'm here for doing something. I'll tell you a quote of mine. Actually, this is my quote, and it is very helpful for CLAT aspirants. He always remember, CLAT is not a just 2 hour exam. CLAT is not just a 2 hour exam. It's all about your 5 year future package. So start preparing in that way. It's not actually, this is, I have written the quote key, uh, it's your 5 year package, but actually it's not. It's your whole life. Like, the this 2 hours will decide that what are you going to do in your next 50 years. If you will join a good law school, if you join a good NLU, you will get,
it decides your future,
yeah,
getting into the top
yeah,
colleges. So these 2 hours are deciding your college life for 5 years and future for life.
for life, yeah. Because when you join a good NLU, you will get a good package, you will get a good placement, you will be joining a good law firm or a good company. So
In the
your
interest
whole,
of time, Piyush, if you have, we have quite a few slides to share because it's 40 now. So we can maybe, move to the slides that you have prepared for us in the next few.
yeah, no, I don't think I have more slide. Yeah. So yeah, I
Okay,
have
that's
one more
fine. We've
slide.
covered this. Yeah, we covered this. To take a
Yeah,
drop is a good
yeah, yeah.
option. Okay.
So I'll tell you something about this. Key
Yeah.
to take a drop is a good option or not. So yeah, it depends. It depends upon time to time, because I'm telling you a story that when I was preparing for CLAT, my friends were preparing. My friends were also there. So uh, we had already taken a drop, and I am able to, my some of my friends have able to clear the CLAT, but my uh, two friends were not able to clear the CLAT. They decided to take drop again. They they had taken a drop here. What happened to them? They were very sure and they were very laborious. They were very sure that, and we were very sure that they are going to crack the CLAT uh, uh, and uh, take a good rank, right? What happens in November? They were preparing from June, and in November, CLAT pattern has changed. So you can't expect the things earlier that yeah, uh, what will happen in near future. We don't know anything, right? So there are very pros and cons uh, in taking the drop. That yeah, what will going to happen after you will take a drop. But yeah, for me, taking a drop was a good choice. But yeah, for some people, taking a drop is not a good choice because one of my friend had dropped hasn't dropped for that, and he joined a private university at that point of time, and now he was like regretting that, oh I should also take it, and he was a deserving candidate. I'm sure that he would be able to uh, crack the CLAT at that point of time. But yeah, uh, it's totally upon you. What do you want to do in your near future, and what's your future plan? So it's totally upon you. I have told you everything that uh, to take a drop is a good option as well, and bad option as well, bad choice as well in some time. So it's upon you. I don't have any slide for now. Thank you very much. You are now open for questions. And I am Piyush Raj. Again, I'm telling you, I'm a student of NALSAR University of Law. This is my contact number. If you feel that you have any queries, doubts, you can note this number. You can text me anytime. I'll answer to it accordingly. And yeah,
Fantastic.
thank you so much, ma'am. If anyone has any
Fantastic.
queries,
Yeah, I have also put it in the chat box in case anyone has any queries regarding whether to drop here or how to prepare better or what can be done correctly. Please feel free to ask Piyush. He cracked it and he really, from with flying colors, he did. He was ranked 71, managed to get into a fantastic college. And if you have any questions for him, please feel free to put it here. For any more webinars that you feel would be a good idea to have, speakers come to our platform, please put those there also in the chat section. It's open for your feedback here. And Piyush, it is very, it's very candid. It's very nice of you to come and take the time today and let everybody know who aspires to sit for or prepare for the exams and have ample time. It's always nice to listen to the experiences of people because it's something like you're putting so much hard work, and if you have a nice direction from somebody who's cracked it, it's always a great idea. So
exactly.
we really thank you for taking the time coming here and speaking about it. In case we have anything to do with, let's say, preparing a particular section, would you like to come over and speak about that particular section also? Yeah, it will be nice. So you
Yeah,
suggested that people should read Hindu every day, like they can start from now, even if they want to take the exam in 2022, because it's something, it's really critical. GK is something, and also you said a lot of reading comprehension. So people should increase the reading speed. People should really work on their comprehension. And I really liked how you shared, that how it is now changed. The pattern has changed because we do not want somebody who just memorizes and just comes and cracks the CLAT. We want people to have analytical skills, people who can read and comprehend, and also give their perspective and really, put in their own brain rather than just great. Thank you so
if we have time, can I explain
Yes, yes,
a
we
topic?
do. We do. We do. Please, Piyush, please go ahead. I'm just looking at YouTube so that we also have questions sometimes on YouTube. We'll go ahead. You can please carry on with your topic.
Okay, ma'am. So, uh, as I'm telling you, I think that yeah, uh, I'm going to tell you something about GK. Like people have many times people have the queries that yeah, how to prepare for GK. So the thing is, in GK, what you have to do, for example, if you guys have seen the sample paper of CLAT 2020, so there is a question about uh, a Chief Justice of India, right? There is a topic, there is a paragraph about the Office of Chief Justice of India. So, like, explanation is given there that Office of the Chief Justice is a public authority under Right to Information Act, and a five-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India declared on Wednesday, right? So, in the same sentence, what you have find that the Office of Chief Justice of India, Public Authority, and Right to Information Act. So, what you have to do, that you have to read, and the question is that what is the name of the judge whose name has been replaced with one, right? So you have to read that when you see the Chief Justice thing there, when you see, so you have to read that who is the last Chief Justice of India, who is the last Chief Justice of India, who is the second last Chief Justice of India, and whose name is nominated for the next Chief Justice of India. You have to read the whole idea about that particular topic. What is the article under Indian Constitution about the Chief Justice of India? You have to read the whole thing about that, because when we were preparing for CLAT, we just had to remember that yeah, who has nominated for Chief Justice of India. So at that point of time, Ranjan Gogoi was nominated, and he was the Chief Justice of India. So Deepak Mishra was the Chief Justice of India, and Ranjan Gogoi was nominated for that. So yeah, we have to only remember that. But you guys had to remember the whole background of that thing, not a single thing, the whole background of that thing. He yeah what and the all the question related to it, like what is the minimum age to be a Chief Justice of India, what is the tenure of the Chief Justice of India, and the whole things, right? So yeah, you have to prepare for current affairs GK this type. There was
A lot of
one
critical
more.
reasoning.
Yes ma'am.
A lot of critical reasoning, critical thinking also is needed.
Yeah.
Is yeah. You please one more thing. If I had to ask, what is the change in terms of maths? What how much has it changed? I've
Exactly. So in maths, what changes has been introduced is when we were preparing for CLAT, maths consist of 20 marks, and we had to study 20 topics, like a huge bunch of topics, 20 topics. For example, number system, profit and loss, compound interest, simple interest, time and distance, speed, distance and time, a lot of things. But now you don't have to study the whole thing. You have to only study a new topic has been introduced, is that data interpretation. You have to read all the topics in the same set of a topic. It's called data interpretation. So in data interpretation, you have to read percentage, profit and loss, uh, simple interest, speed, distance, and time, and number system. So you don't have to read all the 20 topics, 20 chapters, as like we study in 2019. But the changes in maths is, yeah, a graph is also introduced. It comes under data interpretation. So a graph is introduced, and it's quite easy. It's quite easy. Everything. I'm saying that CLAT is bit easier than what it was at our time, right? It is very easy, and you have to analyze the things from there. And what you have to do, when you will solve a data interpretation, you will get the idea of everything, right? So you will be able to solve the graphs, you will be able to solve the uh, you will be able to solve the profit and loss percentage and everything. So there is a major change which has been brought in math section. So yeah, math is very easy. You have to read only one topic, data interpretation. You can read it from anywhere. Either you have to join a coaching or you can read it anywhere from an online resources. It's a bit easier. Yeah,
Great, great. That's very nice. That's good news actually that it's simplified maths now for them. I think the only challenge would be perhaps to manage time because there's a lot of reading involved, and
exactly,
that is
exactly.
the
People are
single.
facing,
Yeah,
yeah,
so that is perhaps the only thing. Please work on your English, and you have ample time to do that. If you're taking the exam, let's say in 21 or 22, I think that would be the starting point. Thank you so much for coming over, Piyush, and taking us through the concepts. And if
you're
there's any
welcome.
other question, please let us know. There's nothing on YouTube for now. There is somebody who said, hello, good afternoon. Pushan Gupta said, good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Pushan. Great.
Yeah,
Right. Thank you, Piyush.
yeah, you are
Right.
welcome, ma'am.
Bye.
So I don't think anyone has have any
Any
question.
questions? Yeah, they
Yeah,
can also type in privately to me if they like, because somebody said that they would like to know about AIBE, which I think for this webinar, we do have one, Mohammed, we have taken one webinar on AIBE also. However, I take that as feedback, and we shall come back with that one next. But we are primarily talking about CLAT UG today. We will do one on PG as well. Thank you.
exactly.
Okay, then. Thank you everyone for joining. Bye.
You're welcome, ma'am. Have a nice
You,
day.
you too. Bye.